Hey guys, Cecil here once again. I wanted to do a quick unboxing for you guys. This is going to be a little rough on the edges just because I haven't done one of these in a while. And you may have seen a lot of these unboxed already on YouTube this week, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents as I unbox this. I actually haven't even opened this up yet. I've only broken the seal on the edge just for the sake of expediting the video and not having to fumble around with the box and everything. But if you were unaware this week, Sonic Mania, which is kind of the Sega published, fan developed follow-up to a lot of the classic 16-bit Genesis Sonics. I know I've talked in the past about how Sonic's had a very mixed history in the last 15 years or so, especially since Sega's left hardware and they've been a third-party developer and publisher. And this game was developed by Chris Whitehead and Pagoda Games and a bunch of die-hard retro classic Sonic fans who put together, from all reviews and the Metacritic score, a very, very worthy follow-up to the classic 16-bit line of Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, Sonic CD, from that early to mid-90s vintage era of Sonic. And this was a collector's edition that was first announced several months back, and it finally came out this week. This box here retails for $69.99. It's available on the PS4, Xbox One, the Switch, which is this version, and the PC version of this will be out on August 29th. That got delayed a couple of weeks. But I got the Switch version just because I want to have this kind of game on the go. It just feels like Sonic is best at home on Nintendo platforms, and to be able to have a 2D Sonic game of this caliber and quality to have on the go, that's why I went with this version over the PC version, which I know it really doesn't matter. They all play and are really much the same game. There's not much differences between all the versions other than maybe resolution, because the PS4 version supports the PS4 Pro and 4K. And maybe the Xbox One X version, when that comes out later this year, the Xbox One version of the game may support 4K as well. But I digress. So let's take a look at the box here real quick. As you can see, this is the front of the box. The packaging is actually quite a bit bigger than you might think, just for the sake of scale. This is my PlayStation Vita, just so you know how big this box is. So let's just kind of turn this around real quick. It's got, basically lists everything that comes in the box. You got the collector's box, the 12-inch statue, which is the main feature of the box, a metallic collector's card, Sega cartridge with golden ring, and a digital download game code. Now this right now is only available digital. The digital version of this is actually only 20 bucks. So if you don't want the huge physical box version with all the extra goodies, you can download it pretty simple enough for 20 bucks. And then looking on the back, it just kind of goes into details on the game, who made it, Tantalus, Pagoda Games, Chris Whitehead, a lot of die-hard classic Sonic fans who helped put this game together. And I thought this was kind of cool on the side here. It's the Welcome to the Next Level. If for those of you who aren't aware, this was one of Sega's marketing slogans from the mid-90s. This was kind of the one that came after the Genesis does what Nintendo don't. But enough looking at the box. For the most part, that's just what the top of it looks like. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. And I believe this opens from the back, if my memory of watching other people unbox this, or maybe not. Let me just go ahead and pop this bad boy out of here. And now I'm having troubles popping this thing out. Of course, what else is new? Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this. Like I said, guys, this is going to be a pretty rough cut. So let me just set this down to the side here. So this is the box within the box. This is actually a lot of what I've seen online as the actual box. I didn't actually realize that was the outer box. So I know this has this door that opens up, and this is the internals of the box. You got the big statue. As you can see, this box pretty much takes up every square inch that is needed of the statue, as well as the collector card and the cartridge there with the gold ring. This is the digital download code, which I will not show on camera, but if it got viewed on there. The code's going to be long used by the time anyone sees it anyways, so no big deal there. So let's go ahead and pull that out. It has this nice plastic protection piece, which is kind of nice to keep the front of the box from and all the contents from falling out. So let's go ahead and pull the cartridge out of here first so we can see that. So a pretty standard looking Mega Drive cartridge. I believe I remember seeing someone, it doesn't fit in the Genesis quite right, but it fits in the 32X cartridge slot, if you guys were just wondering. And that kind of slides open, and this is the ring, which actually I was thinking maybe this would just be kind of a cheap plastic. It's definitely got at least a chrome feel to it. It's definitely cool with metal, so it's at least got a metal coating. I doubt it's pure metal, but it definitely feels metallic at least, which is kind of nice. And that just kind of slides out real quick. And this is the collector's card, I assume. Kind of a neat little metallic card. Really not much to that other than the art design and the fact it's a business card that's metal. So I guess if you'd want to have a business card with Sonic Mania on it in your wallet that's just for aesthetics, you could definitely do that with that. But let us pull out the coup de grace of this collector's box. And let me set this to the side for the sec. And just so you can see, there really isn't too much difference to this box versus the other one. It's pretty much the same box. That was just a protective box to house the main collector's box. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to set this down here so we can kind of take a look at the main Sonic statue. Now this is actually pretty cool. I got to admit, I mean, all the pictures made it look pretty awesome, but to actually see it in person in the box, you know, as soon as I saw this collector's edition get announced and saw a Sonic statue standing on a Genesis Mega Drive, I knew I had to pre-order it just because of the Sega fanboy in me. And for the most part, it's a pretty decent quality looking statue. The paint job isn't too bad. The system itself is kind of a very hollow plastic. I guess I shouldn't expect really high-end parts with this, and it looks like it may apparently make noise. It's got a battery cover there, so I don't know if there's a way to do anything. That kind of flips on. I guess the on-off switch? The on-off switch does something. I don't know if it lights up or does anything, but I don't know if you have to put batteries in it or what. I wasn't exactly aware of that part of the collector's edition, but the fact that this kind of scrolls up and down like the legit thing, and then this turns on. My guess is the on and off switch here that turns on and off just turns on the red light, so I guess if you want to power on your fake Genesis here, you definitely could, just so the red light comes on. That's my best guess is what that does. I don't think it does, and it may make some noise too. I'm not exactly sure. But really, guys, like I said, this is pretty much what this is. It's just the collector's edition of Sonic Mania. Like I said, got the cartridge there with the gold ring, the statue here and everything, and the metallic card, and the pretty neat packaging and everything. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to play this yet, so I'm going to go throw my download code in and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this unboxing. I definitely think this is a pretty neat thing that's going to look awesome on a shelf. If you can still find one, like I said, this is on all platforms. This goes for $70, but if you don't want the big, expensive version of this, the actual collector, the actual digital version is only $20. There's no actual retail disc of this yet, although they may do one down the road. Let me know, guys, if you're a fan of these kinds of unboxings. I don't always do these kinds of videos on my channel just because I don't want to be a channel like, oh, hey, look at all the crap I've bought in the last month, blah, blah, blah. But if you like these kinds of videos and you want me to do more of them in the future, give the video a thumbs up, or if you don't want me doing a lot of these kinds of videos, give the video a thumbs down. That's all you got to do. I just want to get an idea from my audience of if you like these kinds of videos. Otherwise, as always, guys, you take it easy, and I'll see you next time.